What's up, everyone? It is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How's everyone doing today? I am doing well myself. We got some things going on today. Doing a reaction stream. I got a bunch of Instagram videos, reels, whatever, that we're gonna watch. In my description, I said mostly intersectional dynamics between men and women. As I was going through them, realized there's some other issues that we'll react to, some abortion, marriage, etc. So we'll see. Before we get anywhere, just want to give a round of applause and a shout out to Genuinely Seven for the new subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. All right. So yeah, we got a bunch of videos that we'll take a look at. Oh Lord. We are streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble, of course. So make sure you, wherever you are, give it a like and follow. And above anything, check out my Rumble channel, rumble.com/withghost and rumble.com/gamingwithghost. Check out both those channels, but first, the main one, of course. For anything, let me make sure my audio is good. Anyways, but yeah, so we'll just watch a bunch of videos. You'll hear my reactions, and that's all we're going to do today. I figured I'd switch it up for once. That's good. Also, if you didn't know, I did the GOP debate last night. We did a big old long stream, 2-hour stream, watching the GOP debate. In my opinion, DeSantis and Vivek won that. Why do I say that? Of course, because Vivek went like scorched earth on it all. to be perfectly honest, he really went after everyone. He took no prisoners, which was really cool. So yeah, and then of course DeSantis, per usual, always looked stately. So that was like the pros and cons and everything. But yeah, I think definitely DeSantis and Vivek were the ones that won. There we go. I don't know how long this is going to take. Odds are it'll probably end up being shorter than my normal show, but I really don't know. So we'll just take it a step at a time, in all honesty. But yeah, I have no idea how long this is going to end up being. But it'll be as long as it'll be, I guess. Still settings everything up a little bit. Keep forgetting to pull out my live chat for this. I don't really get much messages, but on the off chance I do. I do have a hard out at like 9, so maybe a little earlier than that. So okay, so but that's what that'll be. So, anyways, I think I covered everything. Oh, make sure you check out Coffee Brand Coffee. My referral link and coupon code are in the description. They have delicious coffee, variety of different flavors. So make sure you give it a check out. If you don't like tea, they have variety of flavors of tea or hot chocolate. So give those all a check out or a look. It's quite good. Is what I'm currently drinking. I'm currently drinking my favorite one, which is French toast. All right, so let's get to it. Without further ado. Okay. God damn it. Hold on. I'm trying to get like so it's like right at the beginning. Whatever.
You thought you ate. Now watch this. If that's the case, if a woman decides to have the baby, why is a man then obligated to take care of it? It was her decision. If she can decide if it live or dies, I can decide if I want to take care of it or not, right? Okay then. All right then. All right then. For the record, I do not think that any father should decide not to take care of their child the same way. I don't feel like any mother should decide to abort their child. I believe that two grown people laid down and knew what would happen. They were educated and they knew what the result of sex would be. I got kids. I take care of all of my kids.
All right, there we are. Yeah, I really hate this argument from feminists. Well, you can't carry the child, so you can't speak on the issue. Yeah, maybe that's 100% true. I can't carry the child, but I certainly end up being responsible when they're fucking born. So why can't I have an opinion on the matter? Whether I can affect the outcome or not is one thing, but you're telling me I can't have an opinion on something that I I'm going to end up having to pay for if the child ends up getting born. So like, it's always just really dumb rhetoric from feminists. Can't have an opinion if you don't give birth. I certainly have to pay for the goddamn thing if it does get born. So why can't I have an opinion on whether it should be born or not? Fuck you. That's what I have to say about that. It just irritates me when I hear that stuff. These women don't understand shit, really. I watched another thing on YouTube. I don't think I'll react to it. But what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, there's a lady like complaining about child support and everything like that, and this guy was like, "No, I pay for my kid. Yeah, I pay for the school. I pay for the food. Blah 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 blah." And she's like, "Do you pay for the gas? Do you pay for the bills? Blah 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 blah." Like she conflated that's how it is nowadays. They conflate child support for basically spousal support, where they end up using the child support and having the guy pay for the majority of their bills. That's why marriage is so not marriage. Having sex with women is just so you got to be like a lot more careful because they'll take you for like everything you got if you get them pregnant. So it's ridiculous. All right. Now we had one end of people arguing about abortion, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now we're going to go to a different end entirely. Hold on. Cool. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's check this one out here. Wait.
Tell her to listen.
No, don't do it.
Oh my gosh. They don't. It's not right. It isn't right.
I'm such a good dad.
I know, honey.
I took care of her kids too, and the guy that she's let back in her life doesn't even take care of his own kids.
Yeah, he raised his kid.
No matter what happens, Tyler, you've done the right thing, man.
Please help her to listen.
See, all right. So, as we can hear, this guy gets a chick pregnant. He gets a chick pregnant. She's already been pregnant by some other dude. She's already impregnated by some other dude. He has his bum ass kids. Not the kids are bum, but he's a bum. And then he gets pregnant by this other dude that's taking care of her and her kids, and she doesn't want his kids, so he aborts them, or he aborts this one. This guy's having a mental breakdown, which of course I get 100%. I 100% agree. Get it. But this is why you can't take single women seriously anymore, folks. because they'll just end up killing your goddamn kid for even though that you take care of their kids. Oh, sorry. There we go. All right, just trying to get everything situated. But yeah, this is why you can't take single moms seriously. Recreational use only for single mothers. We'll have you take care of their kids, but they'll fuck you over. I mean, this is just a horrible thing to see. This guy's begging this woman not to abort her this new kid that he's having with this new guy. And whoever's consoling him, I don't know if it's his dad or his mom or whatever. They're like, "Oh, you're doing the right thing, son." What exactly is the right thing he's doing? He's standing outside a clinic crying his eyes out. Oh, the right thing is to dump this chick, move on. Oh, I guess they're already broken up, but move on and go about your day. There's no point in letting a woman upset your peace so much. This woman clearly doesn't give a fuck about you, regardless of how much you've worked your ass off to, provide for her and her kids and everything. So why let her, obviously I understand that, this is, this one's his. He cares about, a new one, and he wants to be a dad, a dad to his biological kid and everything. I get that. Don't get me wrong. But this woman doesn't care. It's a lot. I don't abortion at all. I don't agree with it at all. But if it's gonna happen, then he just needs to move on and find another woman that's gonna actually appreciate him. This woman here, the single mom, doesn't appreciate him at all. But here he is crying his eyes out for her. Well, not for her really, but for the new child. But this is why you can't take single moms seriously. They'll use you to take care of their own kids, and then they'll end up breaking up with you. And then you'll build a bond with their kids and everything like that. Yes, again, this is completely different because this guy has impregnated this lady, and she is boarding his baby. He's really upset about it. But it's very pointless to be sitting out there crying about it, because it's not going to change anything. You need to all right, this has happened. I'm going to go to my privacy, maybe go with my boys and mourn with them and go about your day. You can't let a woman get you to this state. All right. Now this one here is a funny one, in my opinion. This is a funny one. All right, let's check this one out. This one's kind of funny, in my opinion.
To move into another direction. To another direction.
That's how you feel. I gotta respect it.
And that's all you have to say. If that's how I feel, I'm gonna respect
I mean,
it.
what do you seem like
You said your one-liner. If that's all you have to say, let's hug and let's just let it go. You ain't trying to fight for nothing.
You seem like you've already made your
decision. It ain't
decision.
about me already making a decision. You don't have a rebuttal
You
for nothing
seem
that I'm
like you've already
saying.
made your decision.
I wanted you to say something.
I'm
and you're not
listening
saying
to you speak.
It's not time to listen. It's time to talk. All of the things you say you want to be there. You're here for me. You're all about the future and everything. You didn't even fight for a second.
So listen to this. This chick's made up her mind clearly. She doesn't want to be with this dude. So she's like, oh, I'm going to move another direction. All right, cool. That's how you want it. No big deal. Call it a day. What she wants is the drama of breaking up. She wants that, all that drama that comes with it. He wants to fight for her and everything like that. And this guy's like, all right, if you want to break up, you made your decision. Cool. We'll just push forward and call it a day. But then she's like all upset that, oh, this guy doesn't care about me because he's not fighting for me. No, he's just not going to waste his time trying to convince someone to stay with him if she doesn't want to stay with him. It's simple as that. What's wrong with that? And he's like, he's not going to like, he's not going crazy. He's not trying to like kill you or anything. He's just like, all right, cool. I don't like this. This sucks. I hate every second of it, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to go and take my my time out, I guess, or my peace, whatever. I'm gonna keep my peace and call it a day. And it's really just funny because women, they want you to react away. They want to feel that drama. They want you to give them all that juice. And when you don't give it to them, they get so goddamn mad, and it's hilarious. He's just like, all right, cool. You don't want to be with me. All right, it's what it is. What can I do? And she's like, see, you don't even want to fight for me. It's like, why am I going to fight for someone who's clearly made up her mind? She's clearly made up her mind that she doesn't want to continue. So why fight? It's pointless. But she's all mad. What she's really mad about is because she thought she was really, really special. Okay. She thought she was really special. And when this guy didn't give it to her, give her that continue giving her that feeling of specialness as she was, dumping his ass, then she's feeling some type of way about it. And it's just so goddamn hilarious. She thought she was so goddamn special. And this guy was just an epitome of, look, you do you, I'm just gonna get another better one. The odds are he'd end up sticking with her regardless of had she brought it up in the first place. Like, if she's never brought this up, odds are he would have stuck with her regardless. That's how men are. We very rarely end relationships. Not because we're like some noble shit, it's because it's a hassle half the time. Well, at least that comes to marriages. But, for the most part, men don't generally break up with women. If we like you, we want to keep you around regardless. And then when it comes to marriage, we don't want to break up with you, mostly because it's a hassle. We end up getting getting bent over the counter and banged. It just makes me laugh how tight she was about it. She's like, you don't even want to fight for me. Like, well, no, I don't want to fight for you. Why would I fight for you? It's not a big deal. It is what it is. You're not interested. You don't want this. You don't want me. So why am I going to fight for you? And she's just so tight about it. And I love every second of it. She's so tight. She's just like, you motherfucker. You son of a bitch. You're not even interested in me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'm just maintaining my peace, lady. She's so upset about it. It's kind of really funny, honestly, how upset she got about it. She's like, you don't even want anything. No, not really. All right. Here's this next one. All right, hold on. There you go. All right. So here's another abortion one.
Children being unequal to adults. I just hope you weren't comparing women to
Oh, it's not an
children.
abortion one.
It's technically a comparison of
Okay,
women and children.
I don't need you to protect me. I just need you not to harm me. I can protect myself. I'm very capable of doing what I need to do. I want to note that.
Now, look, Lise. No, you can't protect yourself. Here's why. All right. Look, this is the type of bitch who doesn't believe in firearms. That's why I said she can't protect herself. Okay? No, you can't protect yourself. Here's why. You can't protect yourself because there are violent men who want to do violent things to you. Okay? That is what they want to do. They are violent men who want to do violent things to you. And there's very little, if anything, you can do to stop these violent men from doing those things they want to do to you. It is what it is. So yes, I do have to protect you because look, if someone breaks into the house, I don't care what this lady says. She's with her man. She's expecting him to go down there and defend her her. Not gonna be down there herself, like, ooh, I got my no. She's gonna send her boyfriend, man, whatever, down those stairs to potentially die to protect her ass. I don't care what she's fucking saying. Okay. So, obviously those guys, they compared, women to children or something. And she's like, I don't need you to protect me. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. Like, you don't, you need it, you want it, you desire it. Because if I don't protect you, if something happens and I don't protect you, guess what? You lose attraction. Okay. My wife didn't feel like I would protect her and take care of her and make sure that she was, safe regardless of the situation. She'd dump me easily. That's the main commodity men have, is that feeling of protection. That my man will defend me in case shit goes down. So fuck this bullshit this feminist liar is talking about. I don't need you to protect me. Yes, you do. You absolutely need me to protect you. Need me, desire it. So don't listen to some of this bullshit these feminists spout. I don't need you to protect you. All right, here's a dumb thing to do.
Oh my God. My heart's racing. I'm scared. Oh, baby.
All right. So, car followed girl home, but her boyfriend was waiting with the strap. All right. Very well could have been following him. Looked like they were going to pull in next to her and all that shit. Okay? Absolutely. It's very dumb to shoot at a car when there's no actual real threat presented yet. When you use a firearm, you have to maintain a degree of what's the word I'm thinking of? A degree of ensuring that you're using it wisely. And here's what I mean. If you go and just blam, 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 your odds are you're going to end up getting arrested yourself. You're going to endanger other people. You could even get other people killed. There's no in this, look, I know, okay, she says the car followed her. I don't know if that's true or not. She may have thought it, or maybe the car, looked like that car and everything. I don't know. But she's very, you talked about protection. All right, cool. What the boyfriend could have done, had his gun with him, of course, walked up to her car, waited at the car with her, okay, and keep an eye on this new car. Because here's what happens with self-defense is you need a clear and reasonable fear of death or bodily harm. And there's none of that here right now. Okay, there's no threat of death or bodily harm here. Car apparently followed her, yes, but it could just happen. They live in the same complex, and everything. I know the car's turning in, so odds are they were following her and everything. But there's still not that threat to justify use of deadly force, and that's a requirement there. You need to have a reasonable fear of death or bodily harm. Unless the car gunned it towards her or something, there's no threat of death or bodily harm. This boyfriend of hers he was obviously out, close enough to be able to fire and shoot the car when it first appeared. Well, basically first appeared. So he easily walked up to the car, opened the door, waited for her, and walked her back inside. And then just keep an eye out on this car, this new car. So, I know in the last video we talked about protecting women and everything like that. But when you protect women, you got to be smart about it. You got to be intelligent about it. If you're not smart and intelligent about it, you're just going to end up going to jail. Okay? So, understand what is required when using a firearm for deadly force. I commented on a short Justin Waller did. He was talking about the subway shooter. And look, I'd like Justin Waller and everything, but it's clear he doesn't have any idea of what how to use self-defense properly. Because he's talking about, protecting women, and the guy the subway shooter guy was a hero. For those who don't remember, the subway shooter, he sees a woman getting robbed. He pulls out his gun, fired a warning shot, and the robber left. And they end up getting arrested. And even the chick that he protected was against him. Okay. And Justin Waller's talking about, you got to protect women, even if it's a strange woman, blah, 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 blah. I disagree. Okay. I vehemently disagree because you get shit like this. You defend someone, then they against you because he didn't defend them the way they would prefer to be defended. And I also, the subway shooter was dumb about it. He fired a warning shot, which shows a prosecutor, police, and even a jury that he didn't reasonably think he was in fear or a threat of bodily harm, a fear of death or threat of bodily harm. That's what a warning shot does. And 2, there was no threat of death, whatever. The robber didn't say, "Hey, bitch, I'm going to kill you unless you give me," there's no threat. So the self-defense use of firearm was unjustified in this aspect. So in that last video, same thing. You just shot a car. Doesn't really know the circumstances. No threat of death or bodily harm. Even you could say, well, it was following my girlfriend. All right, cool. But how do you know they meant to do her harm? How do you know? It's creepy. Don't get me wrong. It's creepy. But but unless you can articulate a reasonable threat of death or bodily harm, you can't use deadly force. Sorry. All right. So let's check out this.
I'm getting sick and tired of you pranking me about this booger in my nose. I hate this type of joke. That's an American thing. That is not a Trinidad thing, and that is not my type of humor.
I don't know where you come from, but the environment I come from, we keep our hands to ourselves.
So I can do this?
So what I'm going to tell you is, stop. You're going to try to get a wreck? Keep your hands to yourself and watch your tongue. Because I can literally pull over right now, and you'll be taking an Uber for the rest of the ride home.
You're not going to do that to me.
Hey.
No, I'm going to give you a serious hit.
Yeah. About to get off right here.
No, I'm not getting off right here. Bilal, you have to be a madman to stop at the side of the road like this.
Yeah, this is the highway.
Just because I give you a little tap.
Yeah. You thought I was joking.
Okay. So what we see here clearly is a man who expressed his boundaries. He's like, hey, look, you ain't going to hit me. If you do this, I'm going to put you on the side of the road and you can Uber your way in. And look, this woman's never had a man actually, say, this is my boundary. If you do X, I'm going to do Y, and actually follow through. That's why she just kept going and kept pushing his boundaries. Oh, you're going to leave me? Oh, okay, sure. So it's a problem with modern day women nowadays is they've never been held to a standard. They're not held to a standard. Man has the boundaries. Very rarely as nowadays do they actually, follow through on their threat of, if you cross my boundary, this is what's going to happen. So she didn't know what to do. She's like, oh shit, he's actually he's actually pulling the side of the road and he's going to wait for me to get out. So that's the problem is modern women nowadays. They haven't actually had someone that actually, there's few men that actually have their boundaries and actually follow through what they say if you cross their boundary. That woman had no idea. She's like, oh, I'm just going to keep slapping you on the head and everything. He's like, all right, I'm pulling over. Now she's like, oh shit, what am I going to do? Look, ladies, if a man has a boundary, you should respect it. Just like you expect a man to respect your boundaries, you should expect a man to respect, you should respect a man's boundaries. If his boundaries is, hey, don't hit me, then don't hit him. Dude was not playing. He was like, dude, I'm pulling over if you keep hitting me. All right, pulling over. Now she's like lost words, wondering what the fuck happened. Wish I could see the rest of the video. I want to know if he actually ended up like making her take an Uber or not. All right. Now we're going to check out Fresh and Fit. Sorry.
Saying, oh, well, if I have to pay my bills and all this and that, why can't you go get a normal 9-to-5 job? Why do you have to take the easy way out and sell yourself on OnlyFans?
Oh, shit.
Well,
Oh,
one,
shit.
a 9-to-5 job, you
can pay your bills with a 9-to-5 job.
You can pay your bills, but you're not going to be rich, nigga. If I'm making
You're
$100K
not.
off OnlyFans and I'm over here fucking making $10, $15, $20 an hour
You
for
can be rich
8
by
hours
being
of work.
intelligent and learning a skill.
Okay, it takes a little longer, but you won't have the problem of not having a man not respect you because
Or
of
not
what you
being able
do.
to find a man.
Yeah, he's gonna respect you more if you say, "Man, I work 3 9-to-5 jobs just to make it."
Yeah, you're gonna be like 40 something.
Exactly, but no,
Stress
not at
as
all
fuck.
times. Not at all
Hormones
times.
thrown
So when
around.
I met my fiance, I was working 2 jobs, one morning shift, and I would leave my
You're
morning
the
shift.
1% we said in the beginning.
Right, but I'm explaining it to you though, because I have been through a lot in my life, but I didn't let
you're
that
better than
take
everybody.
me.
Congratulations.
Like
That's
what?
what
Like what?
That's
I mean, she's better than you, ho.
What are you saying? Go ahead.
So what was going on here is they were talking about how, like, you know, when you do certain things, you disqualify yourself from certain types of men. Generally, the men women want. Now, for background, this Arab chick, that's what she is, the one in the black's Arab. Hold on. So yeah, her this Arab chick speaking. She's engaged to a guy who's fairly well off. I think if I remember correctly, he owns like a bunch of weed dispensaries in Colorado or something like that. Okay. So she's explaining to the 304, who's on OnlyFans. Hold on. Because what they were talking about, okay, so she explained this hoe right here. What they're talking about was essentially that, you know, if you do certain things, you'll disqualify yourself from the very men you want, the high value men, rich, you know, leader, charismatic, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, all those traits. So they were explaining to her, like, you know, they were having a discussion, like, if you do certain things, you disqualify yourself from this. So what Arab lady was saying was, like, you can pay your bills with 9 to 5 and then search for that high value man while you're waiting. And you know, this 304 here, she's lazy and she wants to make 100K easy by doing OnlyFans. And she wasn't understanding the concept that if you do OnlyFans, you're going to end up just, you know, becoming the man, you know, that you want. Because you're going to be working, you know, you're going to be making a lot of money. You're going to get you're masculine a bit. I know. You're like, what? OnlyFans? Women will do OnlyFans, getting masculine? Well, if they're working hard enough to make a decent wage, yeah. But also was the fact that, you know, look, no high value guy is going to come over and want to, like, you know, be with an OnlyFans chick, because most men are territorial. They're not going to want that shit. They're not going to want their woman's body all over the internet. They're very territorial. They're going to want to, like, keep that to them. It's what they're going to want. And that's what they're explaining to her. And she's just, you know, being obnoxious about it. Oh, okay, you're better than us. Well, honestly, she really is, because she's the only woman besides the chick next to her. But all she is a girlfriend. But she's getting married. She's engaged to be married. Not the hoe, the Arab chick. Hold on. So yeah, she's engaged to be married to the high value man. The girl next to her in the pink right here, she was like, she's got a boyfriend that's a high value man, or at some point at that level. So these two women have locked down the kind of guy that this 304 is going to want. And she's being obnoxious, like, oh, okay, you're better than me. Well, she is, because she's, you know, it's clear by this caliber man, she was able to not only attract, but also retain. So that's all that was going on there. And yeah, so they're explaining, like, you know, you do OnlyFans. If you work a 9 to 5, you're not going to be rich, but you're not going to ostracize yourself from the type of men that you really want, which is the high value man. That's all they're explaining. It was a good episode. You should check it out. I think it was called, let's see, Can Black People Be Racist on Fresh and Fit? Because they get into like, you know, a argument between it. All right. So, woman records and blasts broke boyfriend because the diamond ring he bought was too small. The hell? Oh. Hold on.
Social media person. Look at
Sorry, I got confused here because I saw this little icon, but the one I wanted was below it.
you. Look at you. Come on, man, you put people down business. Just going about your business.
Why would you even want me to walk around with that little bitty ring? That's a reflection of you.
It's cool, though.
You want people to know we broke?
Man, it's cool, yo.
You want people to know we ain't got it?
I ain't broke. I'm
It's
cool.
given we
I'm
ain't
cool.
got it.
I'm cool. I'm decent. I ain't worried about nothing.
Them
I ain't
little
got
bitty
shit to nobody.
diamonds.
I'm cool. How you know? How you know?
How would I? I don't know if they real or not. I just know it's not cute.
You're weird. I ain't gonna. We ain't gotta do this no more.
I mean, I
Man,
really could be
please
doing
get that
better.
camera
I
off
really
me.
could be
Why
doing
you
better.
recording
Big
me?
mad.
You lame.
Big
You
mad.
lame for that.
Look at him.
That's lame. That's old social media person. Look at you.
All right. So, number one, guys, don't be letting a chick get you in this type of way. I'm gonna let a chick get you all hyped up, so you're, you know, yelling at her or anything like that. If she's not, she doesn't appreciate a diamond ring because it's too small, then move on to the next, brother. All right. Don't be getting emotional because this guy's all emotional. I mean, he's tight and everything. He's real tight about it, which I understand. Of course, you know, he's like, whatever. But, you know, don't get emotional. Just call it a day, move on. Because look, this woman cares more. Okay, she cares more about the image she gets, the wedding, the image. She's apparently a social media person or whatever. She cares more about that than actually being a good wife. And if you want a wife, you want to get legally married in this day and age, you need to find women that actually want to be wives. They want to be a woman that's that will take care, respect, honor their man. And this woman clearly doesn't, because she cares about the size of her goddamn ring. She cares about the size of her goddamn ring. She's going to want a very expensive wedding. Okay? So you got a bunch of things you're going to have to deal with here. It's just better if you just like, all right, cool. You don't like the ring I got you. Well, I'm glad I didn't, glad we didn't go forward and I made a giant mistake, because this chick is going to be a chick that's just going to want you to spend more and more money on her without giving her anything, without giving you anything in return that you're going to actually want. Okay. She'll throw you a box here and there and you're just going to end up being miserable. Be happy she told you before you got married, and then you got a bunch of fucking, you're going to have to, pay alimony, child support, and all that shit. But don't let a chick get you all hyped and emotional while she makes you look like a fool on the internet. Because guess what? Women can do that shit. They can like make themselves, cry and get all upset on the internet and everything like that. And then they'll get sympathy. But guys, we get make fun of. And, that's how the world works. All right, let's listen to this.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you who spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let any
people talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over.
Dear, don't tell me how to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Okay, let me. Can I please just say this? I was married once before. Okay, My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's
fault
your big
for you?
concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't
Who's,
beat me until after we got
you're
married.
still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. I mean, you're still stupid.
Why don't you?
Oh man, that was hilarious. You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, women will get with these guys, these deadbeats, these losers, guys who have, like, 3 other baby mamas, and then get surprised when he's a deadbeat. Of course he's a goddamn deadbeat. He showed you who you were. Women have issues with, they get attracted to the guy and they ignore all these other flaws, and then get shocked when those flaws get shown again. Like, he's also... Look. Most guys, all right, most guys you end up procreating with, whatever, having kids with, they're going to take care of their kids regardless, no matter how much of a cunt you are and stuff. But the ones that don't, you kind of have an inkling that they're not going to, at some point. And yet you're surprised that he doesn't. Especially if he has like a couple of kids already, or he beats you like this chick was talking about. But she's complaining about men who don't pay child support. Well, the men who don't pay child support, most of the time, they were deadbeats to begin with. You just made poor decisions. All you cared about is how you felt at the moment, and not the future of, well, would this guy be a proper father? Even if we end up, getting like, look, if my wife divorced me, I'll still take care of my kids regardless, because that's what a man does. But yeah. You get with a dude and you kind of realize, hey, this guy isn't a good dude. Then you get shocked, like, oh, he's not going to help me out with my kids. Of course not. He's a loser. He's a deadbeat and loser. Why'd you fucking open your legs for him? All this radio guy did was was to have a woman take responsibility for her actions. She doesn't like that shit. She's all tight about it. How dare you make me responsible for my actions? Well, I mean, it is what it is. You're responsible for your actions, and you're just going to have to deal with it. I hope the audio's good, by the way. All right. Just going to double check that now. But let's move on to the next video.
Just for me personally, but with my job, like obviously a lot of men just tend to jump to me. So if a man is truly interested in me, I want to see that with him taking me out on dates and getting to know me as a person outside of my job and wanting to have.
I've heard that before in stories.
I mean,
Don't you guys think it's unfair for you to say that it's unfair for a man to is you guys when your occupation is literally titled work?
I think if a man's brain is that small that he can't wrap his head around like work versus real life, then he's not worth it.
But your work is not traditional work.
You're the one that took something that's real life, intimate, and loving and turned it into work. Like, now you've turned it into a career and something for you to make money off of. So yeah, it makes sense that you're completely desensitized and you're never going to understand.
This is just for me personally.
Okay. There we go. So, yeah. So yeah. If you're a sex worker and you show that you don't care about you don't value yourself, of course men are going to sexualize you. They're going to like think you're easy and everything because you do sex work. It comes with the territory. Like I don't understand why these women can think like, oh, I can show my body off, be sexual and everything, and be surprised when a man comes at you with that energy. It's just important. It's just as important of how you meet the man as is to it's important on how you meet an individual. If you're a guy and you meet a chick at a strip club, okay, if you're a resume, and you meet a chick at a strip club and you start paying her to talk to her and stuff, she's going to think of you as a customer only. She's not going to really want to be in a relationship with you. She's, the times that she does, she's just trying to get something out of it, use you and lose you. and then vice versa. If a woman comes and she's got, you know, a shady past or a shady present, especially if she does sex work, men are going to just instantly sexualize it because they're going to be thinking, oh, she's easy. Sure, he does it now. Why won't she do it for me? Men aren't going to, you know, they're thinking, oh, she's probably fucking because she does this fucking type of work. So why am I going to pay full price for a used bag? As Myron would say. Shout out Fresh and Fit. So that's how it goes. So don't be shocked when you have a shady resume and be surprised when they're going to treat you the way they see your resume. They're going to pay you with how, you know, what your resume says that you deserve. You do sex work. Oh my God, they sexualize me. Well, yeah, fuck yeah, obviously. Of course they're going to want to sexualize you first. You're doing sex work. What is this shock here? All right, next video.
Woman is not money hungry. Let me tell you one thing about that. Just so you can understand it. If you don't want a money hungry woman, then you don't want that force that's going to drive you to the highest level. If you want a mediocre woman that don't want anything and will pay half the bills, you want to stay mediocre. And that's exactly how you will stay. If a woman is not...
Man, this woman's dumb. Look, successful men are going to be successful whether they got a woman in their life or not. All right, that's how they're built. They're going to be successful. And a money hungry woman isn't going to drive you to the highest level, as she says. Because look, even women who make money want a guy who's on their level, but preferably above. All right. They want you to make more. When I met my wife, she was making a little money. She wasn't making a lot. She wasn't making, you know, a ton or anything, but she made money. She worked a regular job. I still made more than her. And even, you know, as our relationship progressed, I always made more money for her because I had that drive. She didn't really have that drive. Nothing against her. It just wasn't in her. She wasn't, you know, she didn't have that desire to make a lot of money. I did because I had to protect, you know, whether it was going to be with her or someone else, I would have to, provide some at some point. And she says, if you want a mediocre woman that don't want anything or pay half the bills, what did she say? You want to stay mediocre. No, look, even when men make money, they don't pay half the bills. They don't want to. Okay, your money is your money. My money is our money. It is what it is. Okay, so this whole like, and also, ladies, men, you don't care about your money because it doesn't benefit us. Like I said, your money's your money. My money's our money. Men don't give a shit about a woman's income. It's not what we're attracted to. It's not what we're interested in. We care about other things. You providing security and light and, provisioning for us isn't one of them. So just because you make money doesn't mean you're going to attract us. Doesn't matter. It's not that high. And like I said, a successful man's going to be successful regardless of how much money his woman makes. And if a guy needs a woman to be successful, most women aren't going to respect that guy anyways. So what's the point? Also, our little face things were so goddamn dumb and annoying.
He put me into nursing school. He got my hair, nails, everything done. So he up here on this level.
Okay, so we watched one video, before of a woman, talking about, you need a money hungry woman. She's going nursing school. Nurses make good money. She's probably a little money hungry. Well, let's see what and this guy does everything, pays for her, everything to go to school and whatnot. Let's see how she rewards him.
I'm down here on this level. You get where I'm going? He got me up here with him because he was making good money. But then he ended up losing his job 2 years ago. Lost his job, and now he broke. What did I do? Broke up with him and got on because I'm not finna take care of no grown man. I'm not doing that.
These hoes ain't shit, dog.
So that's what happens when you deal with a money-hungry woman. I couldn't have planned that perfect if I even did it. I really didn't plan it. I just was just like copied the link to everything I found interesting, wanted to talk about, and moved on. That was perfect, actually. So yeah, this woman, she gets taken care of. He's making good money, brings her up to his level. He loses his job 2 years ago, and she just ups and leaves him. Okay. Because look, ladies or guys, women don't want to take care of a man. Look, if I lose my job and I don't do anything to, get my income started back up to the level or make progress anyways, I'm probably on a time clock of maybe a year before my wife would leave me because I've earned that grace. But I'd have to be making some goddamn progress. If I'm not making any progress, what the fuck is shit you going to want to do with me? I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at that. The fact that we just watched a video of a chick talking about a money-hungry woman and how good it is to have one. And then the next video is a money-hungry woman who dropped the guy that helped her become that successful. That was just hilarious. But yeah, that's what happens when you deal with women that are money-hungry. They're just going to end up leaving you. Because look, I'm not going to take care of a man. Men will take care of a bum woman till the day they die. A woman, they have a time clock. Odds are it's, mostly it's like 6 months to a year that they'll take care of a man that they've been with if he loses his job and everything. Women, if you lose your job men will take care of you until we drop dead of a heart attack from all the work we had to do to take care of you. It is what it is. That's just why men don't care about your money, ladies, because you don't end up sharing it with us anyways. All right, moving on.
One day when I returned home from work, I found that my house was empty of furniture and clothes. My family was gone. My dog was gone. Our bank accounts were emptied of tens of thousands of dollars. My wife had run away without any warning or explanation. And like Kevin McAllister's experience in the movie Home Alone, my family simply disappeared. She hasn't spoken to me since, but after years of fighting in court and through state agencies, I now have my children every other week. And while everything may look okay now, it did not come easy. Despite having taken all of our money, I learned that my wife was using a legal aid service funded by public and private grants to zealously represent her while attempting to steal away my entire life. And made multiple attempts to restrain me from my own children and my home. There was no domestic violence. My point is that services paid for with our tax dollars were weaponized against me, and in my story, this was only the beginning. Also worth mentioning, the legislation that one thinks would protect people from false allegations of domestic violence, the supposed third-degree felony, is completely unenforceable, leaving the targeted parent to defend himself from the indefensible, blindsided, without similar legal support from public grants, and immediately assumed to be guilty before proven innocent. Today, I'm an advocate. I've experienced firsthand how unwilling the family law system is to demonstrate flexibility, schedule timely hearings, enforce orders, return phone calls, or otherwise share communication to share agency policies, and to seek clarity or correct misunderstandings. It is now a world in which, to these agencies, a family is worth more financially in conflict than in harmony. One day...
So this here is why men are terrified of getting married, folks. Okay? Your woman can just up and leave. Okay. Say peace. And, odds are she's going to get the kids. Odds are she's going to get half your money. Odds are she's going to get half your shit. This woman took all his shit, everything, took all his money, and he still had to fight to get everything, to, even probably get like a fraction of what he had before back. He was fortunate enough to was able to get, his kids every other weekend. And continue a bond with him. But this woman took everything he had. If a man did that, he'd be crucified and he would have been thrown to the wall and destroyed. Okay. by the legal system. But woman does that, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. She suggested domestic abuse, so therefore it's okay. Look, I think anyone who falsely accuses a guy, or anyone really, of domestic violence, abuse, or rape, a sexual assault, whatever, they should be put in jail for 10 years or something like that. And they should immediately lose their parental rights like that. Because it ends like these allegations always destroy men's lives. And we're okay with that because, they're dudes. Come on, they're dudes. They don't matter that much, right? They're just dudes. It is what it is, but it is just so goddamn ridiculous that men get their lives destroyed. And all the court does is, well, shame on you. Like, we still get screwed in the process. Even if we didn't do anything wrong, we could do everything right. A woman can still take half our shit and, say goodbye, Irene. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. That's why men don't want to get married. You're wondering why the marriage rate falls? Ta-da! This is why. And also, these women never get punished for their bullshit, ever. Doesn't even matter if they end up cheating. We still get punished. Men still will get punished for it. All right, let's move on.
Your little cousins and your peers. I thought we was doing this for us, though.
We are doing it for us, but we can do it how I said I want it done.
Well,
If we can't do it how I said I want it done, then we don't have to do it at all. I'm not getting married at no courthouse. What do I look like getting married at a courthouse? Like, that don't even sound right. That's not even a wedding. Like, you being mad cheap right now and mad weird for no reason.
You flex on your little cousins and your peers. I thought we was doing this for us, though.
We are doing it for us, but we can do it how I said I want.
All right, so she really cares. Look, I've always said this, so I'll say it again. A woman who cares about her more about the cost and how much guys should spend on their wedding day isn't really concerned about the cost of being a good, or not the cost, but doesn't care about being a good wife. She cares about her special day and how much people will watch her and be like, ooh, ah, with her, everything. She cares more about the attention of a wedding than what it actually requires to be a mother, a good mother. And that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem nowadays. Is women nowadays care more about the attention they get from a wedding than what it takes to be a good wife. Like my wife, she didn't have any problem. We could have gotten married at a courthouse. We had a small ceremony because we knew that's what my mom would want, and she'd be upset with that. Even though she later denied it, we knew that it was going to happen. But my wife was perfectly fine with getting married at a courthouse. She was like, "Yeah, that's fine. I don't give a shit." She didn't really care. She really didn't care. Eventually, when I make some money, I'll pay her back, and I'll give her a wedding that she deserved. But at the time, it mattered more about getting married and becoming my wife than it did the cost of a silly ceremony for people that for other people, because the wedding's not really for a person. It's about the people that you invite. I think my sister's the only one I think out in our family that's had an actual like real wedding. My older sister, she had a wedding in her backyard. I had mine at my mom's house. And my older brother hasn't really been married, even though he's probably technically common law married. But yeah, so yeah. I always say it. If a woman's more concerned about her wedding day and the cost of it, she's not a good bet on a wife. Sorry. All right. Oh yeah, this is fucking crazy. Here's a terrible mother here.
Do with your son?
I don't want to deal with you.
Your son.
I don't want to deal with you. If you want to talk to him, that's cool.
Mama,
but
that
don't
was-
talk to me no more.
Mama, years ago.
I don't want to deal with your dad.
You don't have to deal with him, but you don't want to deal with me, your own son.
No. And you look just like him. You act like him. Ugh. Matter of fact, you really need to get out of my kitchen because I'm not ready to.
Mama,
I'm sick of it.
Mama, you want to disown your own son?
You want a relationship with your dad?
Of course, it's my father.
Then I want to disown.
And you telling me I look just
with you. Yeah.
Mama, it's because of you. You the one that did it.
Believe I even lay with that man.
You the one that did it.
Ew.
You the one that did it.
Yep. Wash all that off anyway.
Mama.
What?
25 years ago.
Okay.
And you don't want me to have a relationship with my father.
No, I don't. So
there we go.
Nothing to do with your son.
I don't want to deal with you.
So this woman is so in her feelings. She doesn't want her own son to have a relationship with his father. He clearly wants a relationship. Doesn't affect her anyway. It's not going to affect her. He's not going to bring her. It doesn't appear he's going to want to bring his father around her or anything like that. He just wants a relationship. And her petty ass is like, oh no, if you want a relationship with him, then you can just leave me. I'm not going to deal with you if you want a relationship with him. Why? And then she's like, oh, I can't believe I laid with that man. All that dramatic bullshit. And all that shit. Like, look, you did fuck him. You did get a kid. You did have a kid with him. What are you fucking talking about, lady? I can't believe I done laid with that man. Well, you did. And it turns out you had a son with him. So what's the issue? If a kid wants a relationship with their father, they should have it, regardless of how much that you don't want them to. This makes no sense to me. This really doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how are you gonna be like, oh, I can't believe you wanted a relationship with your father? Of course he does. Every boy wants a relationship with his father, especially when we don't know much about him. We just. Fuck this lady. She's so fucking dramatic for some reason. I can't believe I done laid with that man. Well, you did. And guess what? You produced a kid. So what's your problem? And what makes her such hot shit? Honestly, why is she so hot shit? Obviously, it appears that she prevented this man, his father, this man, from participating in his child's life, which is probably why he wasn't around. So, and then now the kid's old enough, he wants a relationship with his father, and she's gonna be a petty cunt and be like, well, then you're not gonna have a relationship with me. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Fuck you, lady. And this is why you shouldn't be with single mothers. All right. Now, this is a funny one.
A friend, I went up to them and I was like, hey, so sorry to bother you. I think you're really cute. I was wondering if I could get your number. They look at me and they go, oh my gosh, I'm so flattered. That means so much. Thank you. But I'm actually straight. And I said, no worries. And I walked away, and I didn't tell them that I am a woman, a trans woman, but I didn't say that.
You
didn't have to say it. We can all tell by your voice, how you look. Yeah, it was very obvious. He's well aware. The guy was well aware that you're a dude. You didn't fool him. I don't know why you thought you did, but you didn't fool him. He's like, yeah. He probably was like, yeah, no, I'm aware you're a chick. That's why or a dude. I keep saying chick. I'm aware you're a dude. That's why I'm saying no. He's like, I didn't even tell him I was a trans woman. I'm male, but I'm a trans woman. Yeah. He's well aware of that. He was just like, yeah. That's why he said, I'm not gay. Because you're not a woman, dude. Delusional. All right. Oh, this is a funny one. Let's watch this. This is funny.
How about that timeline she made? Do you remember that?
Could be making that up. I don't know.
She's making that up?
That's made up. How do I got all the dates?
Quan, you have any other kids?
No, I don't.
You don't. If you're the father, would you step up and be the father?
I'm supposed to, yeah. I will.
You got to. What you mean?
Everybody, here's William.
Do you have a dad active in your life, brother?
Not really.
That little boy? He needs one. I trust her explicitly, bro. If she says what she says, then either you're the father or we got another story about immaculate conception, bro. All right?
Wait.
You're not just missing out on that boy, but a great woman, too. So I don't know if you two can be together, because from what I understand, you know, from what I see, when we can all change, but you're acting like a kid still. It's time to grow up. It's time to man up.
In the case of 9-month-old Elijah, Jaquan, you are not.
Oh, that was funny as hell. His father comes out. You're missing out on a great woman. So, you know, if you're not the father, then, you know, we got a case of immaculate conception. You're missing out on a good woman. You need to step up, be a man, take care of this kid. You're not the father. So, brother, do we have a case? Oh, I hope that guy was like, ask the father. So, do we have a case of immaculate conception, or is she just a fucking liar? That was great. That was really fucking funny. Oh, look, I understand wanting to believe your child and everything like that. But don't make yourself look like a fool at their expense because of them. Oh, man. He was just like, oh, man. I know that she's a good woman and everything. She's wonderful, blah, 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 blah. But it turns out she's not that good of a fool. And she lied to her father, lied to everyone. And the whole crowd's like against this dude, vehemently against this dude. And he's cool, calm, like whatever. No skin off my bones, guys. And makes that chick look like a fool. That was hilarious. Oh, I loved it. Revenge. All right, let's check this out.
Married for over 10 years. I have been sleeping with my husband's cousin.
Oh.
Well, we've known each other for a long time before I met my husband.
Mm.
And I got a kid by him.
Wow. So whose kid does your husband think it is?
His. He thinks it's his baby.
Oh my God.
He don't know it's his cousin.
Wait a minute. So you have a child by your husband's cousin,
But your husband is
doesn't know
raising it as though it's his own.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So what does the cousin think about all this? Is he wanting to like reveal anything?
Do you hear how proud this chick is on the phone? Do you hear how proud she is? She was just like, yep, that's right. I got this fool paying for some other guy's kids. You see how proud she is of that shit?
Do y'all feel like coming clean, or is this to the grave?
No, to the grave.
How close is he with his cousin?
Close enough.
And you intend to stay married, though?
Yes.
Are you still sleeping with the cousin?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how it look. Well, this is not going to get any better, but if Maynard was here, Maynard would have lost his mind.
Maynard would have had a fit.
I've been married.
Notice this too, okay? Look, all right, this woman's trash, of course. Yeah, horrible, terrible, etc. Sleeping with a man's cousin, gets pregnant by that cousin, makes a husband raise the kid and everything. Very proud of this fact, all right? If you're not, if, you know, isn't it clear? She's very proud of this fact. Then I don't know what to tell you, but she's very proud of the fact that she's making this guy look like a fool. But the women don't even hold her accountable. They're just cool. Oh, this is cool. This is another Sunday. No big deal. Ha 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 ha. I'm very proud, blah, blah. They would be on his Sorry about that. My internet went out. All right, there we go. So anyway, yeah. So anyways, they're cheering her on, think, oh, this is hilarious. These guys making me a fool, blah, blah, blah. But if it was a dude doing this, they just roast him. Let's be honest. All right, moving on. Last video.
Man, and he stays. Never. You will never hear that. Never. If we did the things that they did, they would be out so quick. They would not. Why is it always women have to forgive? Why do we have such big forgiving hearts? Why?
Not 90%. It's 100%
of the time.
That's true.
If I tried my man, he'd have been like, okay, bye. I'm sorry, but how?
Look, let's be honest. What they're thinking of, all right, here's their problem. What they're thinking of is that man they want, that high value dude, all right? That dude who has his shit together, is awesome, blah, 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 blah. That winner, the winner. She's thinking of the winner when she's talking about this. She's not talking about every other guy who works at CVS or, Walmart, McDonald's, whatever, in a relationship where he's just getting constantly cheated on and fucked with, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. She's not thinking of that guy because there's more of those guys than that winner that she's thinking of. She's thinking of the winner. Because there's a ton of those dudes, the losers, that will stick with a woman that's been cheating on them, all that stuff, whatever she's complaining about, and everything like that. There's plenty of those dudes, plenty of them. But she's not thinking of those guys. She's thinking of the winner. She wants the winner. And the reason the winner leaves, it's because women have a lot more criteria than us men do. All right. They want a guy who's, accomplished, successful, tall, good looking, charismatic, funny, etc., etc. They have a whole laundry list. We got 4 things really? Sex, silence, sandwiches, don't be a hoe. Okay. We have 4 basic things we need you to accomplish for us to be with you. Okay. Sex, silence, sandwiches, don't be a hoe. Okay. Roughly 4 things. Women, they have a laundry list of things. There's other things men want, yes, but the main important ones is sex, silence, sandwiches, don't be a hoe. Okay. Those are the main 4 things. Women's main 4 things are like a laundry list. All right. It's like a top 10 list of main important things you need for them to take you seriously. So when you have 10 things and someone fails on 1 or 2 of those, you still got 8 good things going. Okay. That's still a good percent. That's 80%. All right. When you got 4 things and you fail at 1, well, that's, you got what? It's a 25%, 75%. All right. May not be a big thing, but when you got those 4 things, they're far more important. Okay. So if you fail at one of those 4 things, it ends up having some issues a lot quicker than it does with the 10 things. It just is what it is. Because if you have 4 things, those 4 things, each of them have an equal importance. So if you fail on 1, that's a big deal. Okay. When you got 10 things, you fail on 1 or 2, not a big of a deal. It is what it is. That's why these winners will leave so quick, even if they're doing the same thing. Men require sexual loyalty from their women. Women don't really require that, okay? They don't really require it. They want it and everything, but they don't really require it. Because men and women show loyalty in different ways. I show loyalty by, protecting you, giving my life for you, providing for you, everything like that. I show that loyalty that way. The way you show loyalty is not fucking other dudes. Okay? It's biological. It's how we are made. It's how men are made. We're made to ensure paternity. If you're fucking another dude, I understand we got, paternity tests and everything, but this is how we're biologically made. We're made to want to ensure paternity. And if you're fucking other dudes, I can't ensure paternity. Just watch that video clip we watched before this one. This chick fucks this guy's cousin, gets pregnant by him, and this guy thinks it's his. Okay? Just think about that. But anyways, the chick that lady was talking, or the guys the chick was talking about were the winners. That's what she's thinking of. Not thinking about every other loser. All right, this was, I think, a fairly successful stream. Nearly an hour and a half. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a like, follow, and make sure you follow me at officialwghost on X. Best way to find out when I go live and everything like that. If you're watching this on any platform, make sure you check out rumble.com/withghost. And then that's my main daily show. So check me out there. Give me a follow and a like there. Follow me on my gaming channel, rumble.com/gamingwithghost. Give a follow and like there as well. And then my Twitch channel, official with Ghost. And then my YouTube channel is with Ghost. It's it's youtube.com/@withghost, I believe. So you can find me there. I think that's it. I hope you all have a good day. Peace out. See you later.